guys, welcome to another movie crew review. Today we'll be reviewing Challenges.
The movie stars Zendaya, John O'Connor, and Mike Faist.
So this film stars Zendaya as a former tennis prodigy, Hashi, as she loses her career and trains some up-and-comers, one becoming her husband and one being her ex-boyfriend. As they travel along this film, there's a lot of different allusions to their past story broken up through different time transitions, and it centers around a challenges tennis match between the two people of the film. So let's get into the review, and Moon, if you'd like to start us off.
Yeah, I'm not gonna beat around the bush with this one. This is one of the worst movies I've seen in a long time. This movie is about a love triangle which consists of three inconsiderate D-bags, and it has some sort of tennis involved in it. That's the whole plot of the movie, and before the movie I didn't know anything. After the movie I had so much anxiety, I wanted to just walk out. Oh my god. I'm gonna talk about one of the worst soundtracks I've heard in a movie. Oh my god. Oh, every time that music went, that club music, I was like, why is it in the movie? First time it's fine. It kept going. And at the end, that longest rally I've seen in my whole life, it kept going. One little serve, you stop there, and you put in that music. Then you continue, more slow-mo, more shaky cam. Just bad. I don't find any redeeming quality from this movie. I can say maybe Zendaya was fine, maybe. I don't know. Yeah, it's just bad. Yep, that's John.
Yeah, it was 2 hours and 11 minutes, felt like forever. It was so boring. I didn't like the film, personally. I mean, tennis, if you love tennis, it's great. If you don't, then it's boring. So they're taking something like that, and they could have had like Happy Gilmore and made it all fun, but no, you gotta make it all boring and just, I don't know. Oh man, it's a head scratcher of a film. I mean, yeah, soundtrack was terrible. They had this tennis ball cam like half of it was like, Moon doesn't like take cams, and then they made it like 10 times worse. It just was, and it looked terrible. Some of the shots were like, somebody gave a camera to like an 8-year-old and said, run that way, and it was just like, it just gave me a headache. And I mean, this story, the film, in the trailer for the film, it looks more like a love triangle, more basic story. And then they try and make it overcomplicated by splitting up the backstory into like these different time segments. So you're taking something that could have been simple and make it just way too complicated. Yeah, I mean, Zendaya, alright actress, but I mean, like, you could have put somebody terrible in this film, it still would have been the same. It was nothing of a film, so, yeah.
Yeah, look, everything they've done in this movie, they did it and did it tenfold. With the soundtrack, the music was like you're going in and out of a club sometimes. It would start and then it would just stop randomly and you come back in and it'll start again. And then one scene, the dubstep comes in and then it just turns into this choir song. And it's just like that. What are we doing here? Like, honestly. And then, the camera shots. So you had point of view of the tennis player running up and down the court. Then it transitioned into the ball cam. And that whole last rally, please save me. That felt like 20 minutes. I wouldn't be surprised if it was 20 minutes, to be honest.
Yeah, it was.
It felt like an ad for like Adidas or something for tennis. That they just slow-moed the whole rally. The whole length of the rally. Honestly, it felt like an ad. Like I watched an ad, but instead of sped up version, usually they do speed up and then a bit of slow-mo. No, this was just all slow-mo. And if you like seeing sweat you love this movie because they
Yeah,
like slow-moing, so much sweat dripping off them. It's just like, alright, we get it. I think they might have thought making everything so slow-mo, you're making it more dramatic and the tension, but really it just pulled you out, made you want to fall asleep, and yeah, it was absolutely terrible. Honestly.
No, the first time they broke it was like they showed 13 years ago.
Oh.
And they just kept going and going and going. 13 years, 3 years, 2 years.
It felt like a tennis match in the years, cause you keep going back and forth.
Maybe
Maybe
that was the point,
yeah. Mind blown. Holy crap. Nah, yeah, honestly, when it starts at the start, which is the end of the movie, and then it cuts back to the beginning of the whole triangular thing, then it will cut forward only 10 years, then come back 5, and then go another 15, like, it was a total mess. There was no linearity, and it was not straightforward at all. It was a struggle to follow a pretty simple story, I'd say. But then, they just kept adding layers. Unnecessary layers.
Yeah.
We're only really dealing with 3 characters here.
Oh, yeah.
And the amount of layers they wanted to pile on, the same layerage though. It's like the same, they're, like you say, D-bag.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, they're just laying on the same characteristic, and it was just like, nah. I didn't see much for this movie in, like, promotion-wise. They probably just put Zendaya's face and hope for the best. And I think that's how they felt making this movie, honestly. Like, terrible.
Oh, no, please, never ever put that music in close to my ears. I swear I'll lose my.
Oh, and I just have one more thing to add. The beach scene. Right? Honestly, it felt like dialogue from a really bad video game. Because the backing track was like a piano riff, and they're having this like discussion, and it just didn't synchronize. It just felt like background music for like an RPG, a really cheap RPG, and I'm just sitting there going, right. I don't know. They must have bought the soundtrack first, made the movie, and then just slapped it together.
Half the dialogue sounded like that.
You couldn't hear
anyway.
anything. It was so loud.
And they always sounded like unsure of what they were saying. Like, oh yeah, was this in the script? Oh yeah. Oh yeah. That's about the gist of how the film went. And yeah, I didn't like any of their characters, to be perfectly frank. It was just a mess of a movie. Not one thing I think came out in this film. There's not really a redeeming quality in this film.
No.
I really struggle to recommend this to anybody to watch.
No, I won't do it to my enemies as well. No. Nope.
No, God. Alright, we're gonna give our scores out of 10.
Do we have to?
Yeah, you have to give it a score, man. How many tennis
The
rackets?
strongest 0 racket I've given. Yeah.
0?
Yes, I have to. Sorry.
A 0.
I'm sorry.
Alright.
Yeah.
John, how many tennis rackets?
I can't give it a 0.
I have to.
No. I'm gonna give it 1.5 out of 10.
That's a lot.
Look, I'll give it 2 tennis rackets out of 10.
Oh, come on.
Nah. I'll stand by my 2.
No.
Alright. Alright guys, make sure to like, share the video, tell your friends, tell your family, subscribe, and we'll catch you on the next one. Ciao.